So the second day, we have to be at the Royal Sutton Marsden Hospital for 8:30. Now, luckily, we chose a hotel that was only 15 minutes away, so we got there bang on time. There was no problems with that one. So, salt of the earth people, absolutely lovely people. So the order of the day is more blood tests, another urine dip test, and then we have to wait to see the oncologist on duty to just go through plans, review the scans and everything that have been done, review the blood test to say that I can go ahead with chemo one. Because the Rafigilab tablets really did do not damage per se, but it did some issues. So it weakened me basically. So I have to make sure that my body's strong enough to take it. Otherwise, it's not happening. So they all came back fine. CT back came back fine. There was no real change from the last one I had a few weeks ago, which we wouldn't expect it, but it did come up with the same data that it had spread to the stomach. There's a couple of nodes on my lungs, and then one up here somewhere, which is not good that it's spread. However, this is the bit. So the oncologist who works very close to the chief oncologist, Professor Chow, such a cool guy, a lovely guy. And Professor Chow has been brilliant. Through this whole process, he's been brilliant. He's never been one to shirk off. Is it easy? No. Is it going to be tough? Yes. But fuck it, let's fight it. And we've got options, so don't worry about options. We're all about options. We want you to smash this, and we're going to help you do it. So the oncologist we met that morning, Friday morning, for all signed off for the final signature to be signed off for the chemotherapy. He sat down, he went through. The first thing he said to me was, as we sat down, he looked me dead in the eyes. He went, "Well, you're a fighter, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah. We've been through some tough times, but we always get through them." And then we quickly reviewed what the scans had shown and the plan of action. But this was the game changer, and this is what finally brought my head into this fight, because I was ready for it. Confidence, it's hard to describe how I was feeling. I resigned to myself that I'm doing the chemotherapy. I'll go through all that crap again, and I'm ready to do it. There's still something not clicking. And this guy looked at me and he said, "We're now family. You are part of our family, and we don't let family go. So I'm going to give you every chance to beat this, and I know we can beat it. I think we can beat this and get it done for you once and for all. We've changed some chemicals that we're going to be putting into you." And then he drew me a diagram. So one of the chemicals that we're putting into you that we didn't explain last time about what it actually does is it closes the blood vessels that feeds the oxygen to all the tumours. So you starve the tumour of oxygen, the tumour dies. That's what they're doing at the chemical level. And because the tumours that have spread are so slow, they should die quite quickly, because this is a targeted drug that gets attracted to the enzymes of a tumour. So it can go to the liver, it can go to the stomach, it can go to the lungs, it can go wherever it senses something's not quite. It has a targeting chemical that attaches itself to that blood vessel and squeezes it until there's no more blood, no more oxygen to the tumour, and then the tumour shrinks, dies. But it is going to be brutal. He said, "Rob, be under no illusion, your body's going to have ups and downs through this whole process, but you are strong enough to take it." Now, don't say that lightly, because I cannot say that lightly to other people. You are strong enough to take it. And again, what's on paper doesn't translate to what he sees in front of him. So I've got a real good shot of this now. So he said, "You happy?" Belinda's crying her eyes out. We are family bit. So we signed all the forms, went out, and Sandy saw that Belinda had been crying, and Sandy's like, "Are you okay? What's happened? What's happened?" And Belinda told her, and then she cried. So it was great. Then I got wheeled into the chemotherapy, and again the test. Now, what they'd done in London Bridge Hospital when they fitted the port, they'd left the pin in, so which is why I had to sleep on my back for the next couple of days. The pin was actually sticking out, and they padded it so it couldn't pierce anything. And the reason they've done that is because it's a brand new port, and none of the hospitals have ever done this before. But if you took that pin out, they would have to jab me into a fresh wound, which would already be sore from the surgery, and which would have caused a lot of pain. And when the nurses realised that they left the pin in, she went, "Genius, you're not going to feel anything." And I didn't. It was brilliant. So chemo goes in. There's a 10-minute for the flush to go through. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing I want to tell you about. The flush has a taste, a very metallic-y rubber taste. Not everybody tastes it, but I do. And it's so strong, it's a nauseating taste where I want to throw up. So I'm so glad you told me that, Rob, because I can take that taste away. So she altered the chemical of the flush that goes in and took the nasty bit out. It's a standard that everybody gets the standard, which is why they don't take it out unless the patient says, "Oh, I can't stand that smell." They take it out. So I didn't have any of the sickness feeling from the flush. You don't feel it. You don't even taste or smell it. The experience here is next level. It really is 1,000 levels. And I love Manchester Christie. Couldn't put them higher than anybody with it. These people, they all deserve medals. And that was it. That's as boring as it now gets. The chemo goes in. Have something to eat. Well, I didn't add a banana and strawberry smoothie. I'm not allowed cold drinks for the next 5 days because if I have anything cold or breathe in any cold air, my throat is going to close. It's a very common side effect, but it's very, very extremely easy to fix. The trick is not to panic. So your throat closes, but if you drink warm water, it opens back up again. So you've got to keep your mouth warm. It's not happened to me yet, but you have to stay calm and not panic, is the trick, because you're not going to be able to breathe while your throat seizes up. But the second you start having cold, warm water, it opens back up, so it's all fine. And that was it. So I've got the chemical, the chemo was done in 2 hours and 10 minutes. The pump was fitted. I've got an absolute pharmacist of tablets to take home with me, nausea tablets and all sorts of mouthwashes, because that's going to be the worst side effect, we know. And then back home. And now we then found out, because we were able to do the CT scan on the Wednesday, Belinda was taught how to take the pump off. So we found out now that we don't need to come back at all on Saturday because Belinda's going to take my pump off for me. She was taught how to do it. She wrote notes down on how to do it. It's a 10-second procedure, but it's a complicated, fiddly one where you have to lift clamps up and you have to pull it at a certain angle, or we're going to have problems, which might be a video. But that's it. So I'm now back home. I'm feeling quite relaxed at the moment. I'm going back to work, which I'm looking forward to. And that's it. I'll keep you updated. But we're not going for anything else other than we're going to kill this bastard now. That's what they believe at the Marsden. That's what they're trying to do at the Marsden. None of this mamby-pamby playing around stuff. We're going to kill it. And one of the nurses took me aside. I hadn't realised she said the same thing to Belinda and my auntie. She said, "You do know that Professor Chow wouldn't be putting you through this if it wasn't going to work. If he didn't believe, no, he doesn't know 100%, if he didn't believe it was going to work, because we're putting your body through a brutal regime that not everybody can take. But we believe you can take it, and we believe it's going to have a positive result. And the whole point of this is that if whatever happens, we alter it. So there's going to be constant alterations of medicines and ratios and stuff. So if you're acting really well to something, maybe we up it, maybe we down it, because you're working too well to it. So this is going to be an ongoing 12-week procedure, chemo every 2 weeks. Let's get it on. Game on. So I'll keep you updated how all this works, because I'm going for nothing else other than you're dead, boy. Not me. I'm no. Let me take that back. Cancer, you are dead. You're finished. You're not coming back for me for a fifth time, however time it's been now. But this is the one who's going to do it. But if it doesn't, we've got other plans going forward. So I might be talking to you about that as well. But this is now my new first line defense. Everything that's happened before doesn't matter. This is all complete baseline from scratch. Anything before today doesn't exist. We're now going forward with his plan for his base markers, his watching, his adjusting. He's controlling the whole lot going forward now. Let's go for it. And I'm so sorry this overran into almost 11 minutes. I'm so sorry. But it was just an incredible day. I can't even put into words how incredible it was. And you probably see I've smiled a hell of a lot more than I did in a few of the other videos. So let's have it. Game on. Never give up, never surrender. I'll keep you updated.